The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Good evening, welcome. This is TV1 News. I'm Maricela Caledonia.
And I'm Tracy Pa. Join me later for sports.
President-elect of the Republic of Indonesia, Prabowo Subianto, was in Port Moresby for a one-day state visit today. Subianto and his entourage met with Prime Minister James Marape and his delegation in a bilateral meeting at the Stanley Hotel before Subianto's departure this afternoon. The President-elect of the Republic of Indonesia, Prabowo Subianto, arrived around 11 o'clock this morning in Port Moresby. Subianto and his entourage were received by Prime Minister James Marape and Acting Chief of PNG Defence Force Commodore Philip Polewara and a PNGDF ceremonial guard. The President-elect and his entourage, together with Prime Minister Marape and the national delegation, converged to the Stanley Hotel, where a bilateral meeting took place between the leaders. In a press conference after the bilateral meeting, Prime Minister Marape announced that he has accepted the invitation of the Republic of Indonesia to attend the inauguration of President-elect Subianto that will take place on the 20th of October this year. Marape says Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese will also be attending this event. Furthermore, President-elect Subianto has been extended an invitation by Prime Minister Marape to attend Papua New Guinea's 50th independence celebrations in 2025.
As three nations living side by side in this part of planet Earth, where global conversation rotates around Indo-Pacific, we are in the heartbeat of the Indo-Pacific conversation. And so in the context, I have accepted the invitation on behalf of every one of us to be in Indonesia for its inauguration. But today we completed a very good meet and greet, and especially for the rest of my cabinet colleagues, for them to meet up close the head of Indonesia as he prepares to actually fulfill full tenancy in a matter of weeks.
Subianto extended his gratitude to the government and people of Papua New Guinea for the warm welcome he received upon his arrival this morning. Furthermore, Prime Minister Marape has been invited to board in Subianto's residence when the Prime Minister visits Indonesia for the inauguration.
Your Excellency, I would like to say this. The few minutes I met you, I felt your sincerity, your friendship, and your wisdom as a leader. Then I became convinced that I must foster and enhance this friendship and this relationship. I'm very happy that you accepted my invitation to attend my inauguration. But also, actually, I want you to be the first foreign leader to stay in my house, in the house.
Prime Minister Marape emphasized that Papua New Guinea is actively pursuing in an attempt to maintain and strengthen the people-to-people relationship and the business-to-business relationship between Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. Furthermore, Prime Minister Marape and President-elect Subianto both expressed a willingness in their leadership to foster better state-level cooperation to provide more economic benefits to the people of their respective countries.
Respecting two nations' sovereignty, as we say, a common land border and common people-to-people ties. Respect of two nations' sovereignty is paramount and remains going forward. More improved relationship with the Indonesia, more so for people-to-people and business perspective. Government-to-government relationship has never been better. We've maintained good dialogue with the nation since 1975 when we became independent on our own.
We have resolved long conflict in Aceh by this approach. We would like to give more and more autonomy as we can, respect again the needs of the people. This is what is most concerned to me, is how to bring economic benefits to all the peoples of our region. Of course, my responsibility will be for the Indonesian people, and Prime Minister Marape's responsibility for the PNG people. But if we work in synergy, I think we will work for the benefit of all our peoples.
Deputy Leader of the Opposition, James Namane, has called on the government to be responsible when talking about economic figures. Namane made this call after Prime Minister James Marape issued a statement assuring the people that the economy is looking good.
Deputy Opposition Leader and Shadow Minister for Finance and Treasury, James Namane, said the statement by Prime Minister James Marape on the status of the economy is a slap in the face to Papua New Guineans struggling to make ends meet amidst a cost of living crisis and business exodus from our source. He said the government has miserably failed to achieve growth, high employment and price stability. After 5 years, Namane said the numbers do not lie, as economy is in the worst shape in the history of the country. Namane said the Kina devaluation is eroding our country's purchasing power, as 100 Kina does not buy the same amount of food it used to buy in 2019. He further pointed out that the Kina devaluation is also increasing inflation and is ramping up socio-economic pressures. He said the price of imported goods is unaffordable and there is a loss of confidence among foreign investors in the government's ability to create a conducive environment for business investments and growth. However, the Prime Minister in a statement earlier said the PNG economy is on a positive trajectory, with inflation persistently remaining below the historical average of 5.5% and even lower than global averages, demonstrating the government's strong commitment to price stability. He also highlighted the International Monetary Fund's GDP growth projection of 4.6% for 2024, which places PNG among the fastest growing economies in the region. Overall, the Prime Minister said the outlook is bright, with stronger growth, stable inflation, and easing foreign exchange shortages leading the way forward. Freddie Moe, TV1 News.
Puma Energy has announced a significant leadership change as Hulala Tokome, who has been instrumental in the company's growth and establishment as a leading fuel supplier in Papua New Guinea, takes on a new regional role based in Brisbane, Australia. Tokome, a valued member of the organization for over 28 years, will continue to play a central role in Puma Energy's Asia-Pacific business. Daniel Dufau, who assumed the position of General Manager for Puma PNG on June 1st, 2023, will be stepping into Tokome's role in Papua New Guinea. Dufau will maintain close ties with Puma Energy's customers and the PNG community. The One Squad hip-hop group from Papua New Guinea, who recently made waves in the United States by winning gold at the World Hip-Hop Dance Championship, were greeted with an enthusiastic reception at Jackson's International Airport, Port Moresby, today. Fans of all ages gathered to celebrate the team's triumphant return, creating an atmosphere that is both electric and emotional.
The One Squad crew, who clinched the gold medal with their exceptional dance performance, proudly brings their achievement back to their homeland, receiving a warm and heartfelt welcome. The airport was a sea of excitement as fans, friends and family members eagerly awaited the arrival of the nation's new champions. Supporters of all ages, many holding signs and wearing One Squad merchandise, gathered to show their admiration and pride. The atmosphere was electric, with emotions running high as the crew made their way through the crowd, proudly holding their gold medals aloft. Their victory has been celebrated across PNG, not only as a triumph in dance, but as a significant cultural achievement. Their exceptional performance in the US, which secured them the top spot in the adult division, showcased their unique blend of traditional PNG elements with contemporary hip-hop, capturing the attention of judges and audiences alike. One Squad expressed their gratitude for the overwhelming support they received from Papua New Guineans at home and abroad.
The boys, committed 100%. We had Mountain we had Indomie behind us, 100% supporting us financially. So without everyone coming together this year, we wouldn't, be where we are right now. So we thank everyone, our sponsors, our people, our community, our family, and our friends. And these boys have worked tirelessly, through personal lives, mental issues, health issues, and we were able to get through all storms and get throughout the end and win the gold.
Among the welcoming crowd were representatives from the sponsors, Mountain Dew and Indomie Noodles, whose presence underscored the vital support they provided throughout One Squad's journey. Their backing allowed the crew to focus entirely on their craft, leading to this momentous win.
Ecstatic and proud of the guys. We know the hard work that they put in over the years. You can see outside as well the big crowd and the big media that's attending here today. So it's testament to the name of One Squad and all the support that they've had throughout the journey.
We've been collaborating with Indofood, which is the parent company for brands like Indomie Noodles, Indo Milk, and Chitato snacks, to sponsor One Squad this year. We were glad that we were given the opportunity, and now that this has happened, it couldn't have come at a better time. So we were so pleased with their jump. The first year I think they got 10th place, and then last year they got 4th, and now they managed to get 1st. It's beyond our wildest dreams.
The emotional reunion with loved ones was a poignant moment, underscoring the dedication and sacrifices made by the dancers and their families throughout their journey. One Squad's return has ignited a wave of national pride and has inspired many young dancers and artists in PNG and the Pacific. Their success story serves as a powerful reminder that with passion, determination and support, even the most ambitious dreams can be realized. Kyle Kido Jr., TV1 News.
Today was an iconic moment. This is TV1 News. We'll have more stories after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bunyamyumi.
Yeah, Mama.
You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great fumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste P&G loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no P&G, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Welcome back. Today was an iconic moment for the Youth with a Mission, a Christian-based organization, as they were thrilled to receive 2 vehicles presented by Ella Motors to support their dental health programs, primarily in NCD. The event saw a donation of a 25-seater Toyota bus along with a Toyota RAV4, which was presented to them by Ella Motors.
The bus and the RAV4 automobile donated today will be used primarily for the YWAM MS School Dental Program in the NCD, providing dental services, oral health education, and capacity building initiatives for local dental professionals through the mobile dental trailer. YWAM Medical Ship's Port Moresby campus manager, Matt Scott, was grateful to receive the generous offer from Ella Motors Chief Executive Officer Masaru Mikami. This assistance will enhance the work of YWAM's medical team to continue to roll out dental and health programs within NCD.
I'm very grateful for the ongoing support of Ella Motors. They've been supporting the ministry and what we've been doing with the ship for many years, and to see the continued support as well for this dental program here in NCD is really good. So we're very, very grateful for that. Thank you for your ongoing partnership. And just the good work that you do throughout this nation. Just so grateful for companies that give back and look for ways to be able to really support the community, and we see that very much in Ella Motors.
Ella Motors CEO Masaru Mikami, when donating the vehicles, acknowledged the great work of the YWAM medical ships in promoting the importance of health within NCD and in other centers.
We hope that with these donations, we further outreach in touching the lives of every Papua New Guinean through YWAM, and demonstrates our trust to their commitment in making a positive impact through their healthcare missions. This aims to produce happiness for the future societies through transportation by developing the current business and a new business model that supports safe and reassuring movement for both people and goods.
Mr. Mikami remarked that Ella Motors has been assisting the YWAM organization over the past 7 years by assisting through the means of transport when the medical ship is docked in Port Moresby and Lae.
Through these years, we provided a vehicle for use whenever the medical ship docked in Port Moresby, and in 2022, Ella Motors donated the Toyota Hilux as well. Ella Motors is proud to continue our support to Youth with a Mission YWAM medical ship this year. YWAM medical ships have provided over 2 million healthcare and training service since 2010 in rural communities throughout the southern region and the Morobe province. It has done over 4,000 dental procedures to over 1,300 patents.
The vehicles will be put to use this week during the YWAM Dental Trailers visit to schools, which will see dental professionals and passionate young volunteers providing dental treatment and education to students for the next 3 weeks. The event concluded with a tour of the 13-meter-long semi-trailer that facilitates all dental medical attention and training. Roland Dennis, TV1 News.
September will be a busy month for Pope Francis as 4 countries prepare to receive the Holy Father. Pope Francis' first stop is Indonesia on September 3rd. There will be visits with the clergy in Jakarta at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Assumption. Holy Mass will take place on Thursday, September 5th at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium. He departs Jakarta for Port Moresby on September 6th and spends 3 days visiting various groups including Kalen Services and the Children of the Street Ministry. After Holy Mass on Sunday, September 8, Pope Francis will fly to Vanimo, Sandaun Province, to visit with the Diocese of Vanimo and a group of missionaries at the Holy Trinity Humanities School. Pope Francis is the second pontiff to visit PNG. The first was Pope John Paul II, who visited in 1984 and 1995. After PNG, the Pope's apostolic journey continues to Timor-Leste and Singapore. As part of the preparation stage leading up to the visit of Pope Francis on the 6th to the 9th of September, contractors have been cleaning up the Sejun Gai Stadium and preparing the stage for the Holy Mass that will be held on Sunday, September 8th. According to the Papal Visit General Coordinator, Father Lawrence Arokiaraja, only credited Catholic members and government officials will take part in the Mass. He said the committee is limiting the number of participants for security reasons.
We have done the accreditation already in support with DICT. We have church VIP, church official, religious priest. Then also we have different system in the Mass, choir, sacristan, all these things already accreditation done.
The Universal Church Papua New Guinea in Lae was in one accord with the main church in Port Moresby on Sunday, 18 August, when it held its second National Faith and Power Crusade at the Lae Secondary School. Living up to the theme Faith and Power, diverse illnesses were healed and broken families restored. This year, the Lae Church had more participants than in 2023. Pastor Henry Santos led the service. He said the Word of God opened with the message of the eternity of the soul and the price that was paid for it according to the scripture of John 3:16. And now the finance news. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2573 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, Kina was buying $0.2498 $0.3679 Australian dollars, $0.2176 euro, and 36.28 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except copper, which closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. This is TV1 News. We'll have news from abroad when we come back. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
The Toyota JD Hiace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hiace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hiace bus and experience the Hiace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectation.
Papua New Guinea. We love a reason for a family gathering. A reason to play. A reason to ignite the flame. A reason to cook the best with the best. Flame Oil, now PNG made for PNG cooking. Flame Oil, winning taste.
Scale Rise brings to you some Scale Indie vibes this independence. Cashing out a total of 300,000 Kina in prize money around PNG this independence. 4 fortnightly draws, 75 fortnightly winners, 300 total Scale Rise winners, and 1,000 Kina Scale Indie prize for every Scale winner. Here's how to enter the promotion. Buy any Scale or Ori Rise product, write your full name and contact details on the back of the store receipt, drop your entry into the entry box in store. For more information, either check in store or follow us on our Scale Rise PNG page. Terms and conditions apply. Scale Rise, and buy you like it.
Welcome back. In news abroad, Queensland researchers are looking at how 3D printers could help reduce the risk associated with taking multiple drugs a day by combining them into a single tablet.
3D printers can create just about everything, from toys to teeth moulds, even body parts. Now, Queensland pharmacists hope to use the technology to make a so-called polypill, combining multiple drugs into one tablet.
Printing layer by layer, we could have each layer be a different medication, so we can print a variety of medications into the same tablet to really simplify that whole regimen. So we could go from 30 tablets down to maybe one.
Lowering the risk of under or overdosing.
Take 3 to 5 to 6 drugs within one pill with a different release profile targeting different organs as well, and that would really reduce the burden on the elderly as well as also increase the patient adherence.
The project aims to help people who are blind or vision impaired by personalising their daily medication.
We could change the colour to make things more identifiable. We can also add symbols like the sun or moon, say this is your morning and nighttime dose, or we can just directly print braille onto the top or sides of tablets.
And could help improve access for rural and remote communities.
Yeah, I think 3D printing really has a lot to offer for Aboriginal communities and peoples. We know that the burden of chronic diseases, which often require a lot of medications, is higher in these populations, and I see that a lot of the time working with my patients.
While clinical trials have been carried out overseas, it's still unclear how the Therapeutic Goods Administration will regulate 3D printed medicines. Researchers here say while Australia is catching up, it'll be a few years yet before these polypills could be used.
Fijian Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka this week met with the State Council of the People's Republic of China in Beijing. The meeting reaffirmed Fiji and China's long-standing relationship, which has been characterized by shared aspirations and common interest, fostering a partnership based on mutual respect. Prime Minister Rabuka acknowledged the One China policy, which has been the cornerstone of diplomatic relations between the two nations. Rabuka says Fiji seeks to implement a comprehensive infrastructure development program with China that will transform the country's infrastructure in the years ahead. Across Australia, there is a growing need for allied health professionals like physiotherapists, social workers, and occupational therapists. But for students to qualify, they must complete hundreds of hours of unpaid placement. As the cost of living continues to rise, they say that's taking a massive financial toll.
As Bree Harris prepares for her day at work, the fact she won't be paid weighs heavily on her mind.
In the lead up to placement, I was working 3 jobs. I've been working night shift at Woolworths just to supplement my income.
The 4th-year physiotherapy student has to complete 25 weeks of unpaid placement across 1 year, all while covering the costs of a mortgage, bills and childcare for her 5-year-old.
You try and save as much as you can and try to make it go as far as it can, but there's a point where, the money dries up.
You just come on over here.
Occupational therapy student Arabella Healy has 1,000 hours of unpaid placements to do.
Each week I'm paying rent. I'm also doing placement other side of Canberra, so it's also petrol as well.
Even with Centrelink and university support, she's had to drop to part-time placement to stay afloat and out of placement poverty.
It's really disheartening to have to kind of constantly worry while on placement, while going through what is a very stressful time and stuff already, to have financials in the back of my mind constantly.
With HECS debts also awaiting both women at the end of their degrees, they agree more financial support would help. Earlier this year, the federal government announced it would introduce means-tested prac payments of around $320 a week for nursing, teaching and social work students. But there are calls for that to be expanded as an ageing population and an increase in the prevalence of chronic health conditions pushes up demand for allied health professionals, especially in OT, physio and osteotherapy and in rural areas.
Realities of placement poverty don't discriminate on the basis of what course you're studying. I want to see just as many people from lower socioeconomic areas graduating physiotherapy and occupational therapy as we do nursing and social work.
But Education Minister Jason Clare won't be swayed. In a statement saying the government had been told to focus on nursing, teaching and social work, and that's what it was doing.
The Pacific Islands Forum has postponed its mission to New Caledonia initially set for this week. Incumbent PIF Chair Mark Brown announced the delay, stating that the PIF Secretariat has been working with the French state and the government of New Caledonia to ensure the objectives and the arrangements for the mission meet the expectations of all relevant stakeholders. Brown said the situation in New Caledonia will be a key topic of discussion at next week's leaders' meeting in Tonga. Back home, the latest BSP report indicates the Kina depreciated against the United States dollar by 1.9% in the second quarter of 2024. However, Treasurer Ian Lynn Stuckey says the same report also indicated that there was an appreciation of 3.7% against the Australian dollar, and no one is talking about the appreciation, which has had much more impact on imported inflation.
Treasurer Ian Lynn Stuckey has explained that the Kina has been going against all currencies and not just the United States dollar. He said PNG import much more food and other produce from Australia than the United States. He clarified that when we talk about imported inflation, we should think much more about the Australian dollar to the Kina rather than the US dollar to the Kina. The Treasurer also explained that we need to consider some apparent upsides of the move towards a more convertible Kina. He said there has been a massive increase in foreign exchange inflows since the Kina was moved down by the central bank. The total market FX inflows have increased from around 5.3 billion Kina per quarter in 2022 to 7.5 billion Kina in the latest quarter, which is a significant change that is fundamental to fixing the foreign exchange shortages issue. Mr. Stuckey said the latest BSP report has indicated that most trade orders were being met within 2 to 4 weeks, which is much better than the 6 months or more in previous years. However, Deputy Opposition Leader and Shadow Minister for Treasury, James Numane, in a statement said the country is sinking because the government cannot fix the litany of unresolved crises affecting the nation, which is fuel crisis, foreign exchange crisis, law and order crisis, illicit drug crisis, unemployment, medical drugs crisis, and cash flow crisis. He said the government has no solution for the economy and can only borrow and demand the central bank to print money under quantitative easing. Mr. Noman explained that interfering with the central bank is weakening public institutions and is killing the country. Noman further stressed that inflation, along with other socio-economic indicators, will get worse as we borrow and print more money. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Theodis Limited has renewed its 50,000 Kina annual sponsorship for Book Belong Pikinini, reaffirming its commitment to literacy and education across the country. The announcement was made today.
The sponsorship renewal was announced today, attended by Book Belong Pikinini founder Anne-Sophie Herman, Theodis Corporate Development Manager Ryan Pinney, and the children from the BBP Learning Center. The continuity of financial support by Theodis Limited highlights a commitment by the organization to work together to advance early childhood learning in the country.
For Book Week, we always work with role models in different professions so that the children can understand what education is all about. So we're super grateful to Theodis for the support and for the opportunity for the children to see local jobs that they can aspire to when they grow up.
This renewal marks another milestone in Theodis' ongoing partnership with Book Belong Pikinini, a key aspect of their community engagement since 2014. The sponsorship is also a significant part of Theodis' National Book Week campaign, launched earlier this month.
It's pretty amazing, and like Anne-Sophie said, it opens your mind up to other things as well. So there's lots of books in the series, and it gives children the opportunity to understand what opportunities there are in this world. At Theodis, we're proud and committed to supporting this initiative and the contribution to the growth of this enrichment of Papua New Guinea's future leaders.
To celebrate the renewal, Theodis organized a hands-on event where children from Book Belong Pikinini toured Theodis print shop. Guided by experienced staff, the children had the unique opportunity to design and print their own brochures, experiencing the entire process from computer design to pressing the big green button that brought their creations to life. This activity complements Theodis' children book series, When I Grow Up, I Want to Be a Graphic Designer, launched last year in collaboration with Book Belong Pikinini to inspire young readers about careers in graphic design and printing. Theodis also operates a mini BBP library and BBP bookshop within its Port Moresby store, with all proceeds supporting Book Belong Pikinini's mission. The company's long-standing support as a gold sponsor underscores its dedication to enhancing educational opportunities for Papua New Guinea's future leaders. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. After the break, we'll have sports with Tracy.
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
These two are creeping into your personal space. Why don't we send them packing? Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing. Bum, bum.
Back in '69, Frank Hutchison started a journey when he met Bill King, who ran a remote travel business. King needed four-wheel drive parts so strong, so reliable, they'd make the return trip after enduring the rigours of the Aussie outback. This forged Terrain Tamer's beginnings. Over 50 years later, Frank and his team continue to innovate and create parts strong enough to survive the toughest terrains on the planet. And best of all, the customer is still king. Terrain Tamer, parts that will get you home.
At the PNG LNG project, we are proud of our long-standing partnership with the Kumuls, as they represent the hopes and aspirations of so many Papua New Guineans. Rugby league is more than just a sport. It promotes our shared values of leadership, teamwork, respect, personal integrity, and excellence. Lessons learnt on the pitch carry on throughout life and go beyond serving ourselves.
Welcome back. The Australian government and Football Australia are partnering to support allied football development throughout the Pacific in a renewed partnership delivered through Pacific Horse Sports. The 4-year investment will facilitate regular international fixtures between Australian and Pacific national teams and capacity building initiatives to support the development of players, match officials and administrators. Set to feature are women and men's football across a range of age groups, as well as international futsal. This partnership will provide regular opportunities for Pacific national teams. The partnership will continue to deepen people-to-people links and sporting connection through a shared love of football. PNG Hunters claimed a convincing win over Brisbane Tigers last Sunday to edge closer to a top 4 finish, with Judah Rimbu leading the way. The Hunters hooker has packed up Team of the Week captaincy honours for his efforts, including 2 tries and 2 try assists. Rimbu is one of the competition's leading hookers all year. He was outstanding last Sunday. With the top 4 now within reach for the Hunters, the number 9 did everything he could to secure the win in front of a home crowd. Rimbu played a full game for the Hunters and not only did he score a try-double, but he set up another 2 tries as well. Each round, the QRL recognizes the best performers. Other Hunters recognized were Solo Wane and fullback Sunny Wabu. The 2023 Digital ExxonMobil Cup reigning champions, Enga Miox, are back on track for a little defense, but this time to lift the new look Digital ExxonMobil Cup. Miox had to dig deep to score a fast finishing Central Dabari's side 20-10 last weekend, and in doing so ended Dabari's hopes of a top 6 finish.
It was a tough game.
Miox team manager Sam Coy said after last year's fairy tale unblemished winning track record, they have lost a lot of key players this year and were far off from where they were last year. However, he is confident they still got what it takes to defend the title.
As far as the game goes, it was a tough game. We knew it would be tough, but we trained for this, and we've come a long way. And we knew it was going to be tough. But, full credit to the boys. They hung in there despite the heat and everything. And, full credit to them. We're here, But, we're still a way off from where we were last year, and we've got a lot to do. So we'll only get better in the next week coming.
Koi lamented it was a tough start to their season, going through adversity and a lot of negativity surrounding management issues relating to player movements and their welfare. But through trusting their systems and believing in themselves and strong discipline, they have stuck together. Koi said over the past 3 weeks, they have been working on perfecting their game ahead of the finals.
You know, for the team and for the jersey, you know, the boys that are here, they always wear it with pride. And that's what's actually been shown today. Full credit to them. Our supporters are always, you know, you can't take that away from them. They're always through good times, bad times. They're always with us. And yes, you know, they cheer on the boys, and full credit to the boys. We came on with so much heart and guts. You know, if you had told me this time, beginning of this year, that we'd be here, I'd say, you know, we'd be a different story, but you know, full credit to them. We've come a long way, and this team has been built on heart and guts and discipline. So, you know, the result wasn't surprising, but it was tough.
Miocs lock forward Roger Carey, who was part of last year's Lahanis Grand Final side that lost to the Miocs, has teamed up with the defending champions this year. The former Lahanis 5'8" is relishing this opportunity to play finals footy again and was outstanding last week against the Barries, scoring a crucial try and picking up the Man of the Match award.
Thank you, lo big man, lo bring the Kamfalo this season, lo man down straight, but thank you, lo big man. Mipla so him hard lo this like game. Mipla no give up. At the end it showed.
Miocs and Eagles are on by this weekend for week 1 of the elimination finals before they play off for the first grand final qualifier next week in round 2 of the major semi-finals. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
That's it for sports, and now the weather focused with Mary.
Southern, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Port Moresby partly cloudy with chances of inland showers and possible thunderstorm. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain in Morbe. Medan mostly fine. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain over New Britain. KVN, some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Coral Sea, seas rough becoming very rough along its western sector with southeast winds of 20 to 30 knots increasing to 40 along its western sector. Bismarck Sea, seas rough becoming very rough along the western sector with southeast winds of 20 to 30 knots increasing to 40 knots along its western sector. Waters of Samare Island to Cape Bogle and all Milimbe Islands, seas 1.5 to 2 meters reaching 3 at times near Cape Bogle. Waters of Finchafen through Vitier Strait to Cersei Long Islands to Karkar Island, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters reaching 3 to 3.5 meters along gale warning areas. Waters of West New Britain, seas 1 to 2 meters rising to 2.5 to 3.5 meters along gale warning areas. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.